I'm Rob Kircher, and welcome to our 1905 cottage. This is an ongoing series of episodes where my wife Barbara and I will be restoring this newly purchased diamond in the rough behind me. Now, call us crazy, but we believe that we can turn it into an absolute showstopper. However, we also know that there are many inherent problems. There's electrical problems, plumbing problems, insulation problems, and a myriad of other problems still hidden within her walls. And trust me, folks, they're there. So stay with us as we spend time, money, and effort in restoring this absolute beauty into an incredible showstopper. Coming up in episode 6, Steve Cicero and his amazing crew will be putting down our new flooring in our kitchen, pantry, and our little bathroom. And then we got Shane from McGee Electric, who is going to be wiring a restored shed. And we have Paul Herman, who's a famous artist, and he's going to be painting a very whimsical mural on the south side of our shed facing a park, and it's already getting a lot of notice. And I will be dealing with the return of our worldly goods via pods. And that is quite an operation, so you don't want to miss that one. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment, and we can't wait to see you next time. The yard is just a parking lot of tradespeople's vehicles, and the neighbors, I'm sure, are wondering what the heck is going on. In fact, here comes another one. That's Marvin. He is Scott Guilfoyle's assistant. So we're running out of space here, folks. Well, today is another banner day for us. We have Stevens Flooring back. Previously, they ripped up 3 layers of linoleum, old linoleum, from our kitchen, our laundry room, and our small bathroom off the kitchen, and exposed basically the subflooring. And we've been kind of dealing with that for a couple of weeks. It took that long to have this flooring arrive with a special order, and it does look fantastic, I must tell you. And they are experts. They're taking their time, they're doing it right, and it's going to be absolutely styling. And they're actually putting down the first piece of flooring into our little bathroom, and that's a biggie for us. Wow, 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 wow. That is absolutely unbelievable. I never thought I would see the day, but this looks so good. When you were here, there was this nasty threshold here that had to be 2 inches high. Now it's like maybe 1/4 of an inch. So the transition from the new flooring in the kitchen to the existing flooring in the dining room is very cool. Not only do we have Steve Cicero from Stevens Flooring back again today and his amazing crew, they're going to finish up the flooring, which is, by the way, is outstanding, in the kitchen, the laundry room, the pantry, and that small bathroom off the kitchen. It really is styling. And we're also having Scott Guilfoyle. Now, Scott Guilfoyle is our master plumber, and he's going to be finally putting in the sink and the toilet in that little tiny bathroom. And we've been waiting, I think, forever for that to happen. So this, again, is another banner day for us. So don't go away. You want to stay for all of that. That's the back of the toilet. And this is the actual toilet itself. Nice. There it is, all its glory. Here's a new sink for the small bathroom off the kitchen. Well, our little bathroom, the smallest bathroom in the world, is finally completed, and take a look at this. And I love Barbara's choice of colors. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's a small room, but I think we took advantage of every possible inch and made it look pretty outstanding. I hope you feel the same way as we do. Well, Steve Cicero and his crew are putting down the baseboards in our kitchen, our laundry room, our pantry, and that little bathroom. Chuck, also from his crew, is upstairs in the second bathroom. Now he's putting down new flooring, and I can't wait to see it. In fact, I've never seen the flooring yet, so I think Barb picked out something really cool, but I don't know what it is. So now we're both going to find out. So let's go and see what Chuck is up to. Well, Barb picked out a kind of a gray beachy color, which I like a lot. Now, obviously it doesn't go with that old retro gold shower, that plastic baby, but that's going to be ripped out relatively soon. And here's Chuck's finished work of art. Absolutely love it. Looks fantastic. Love that beachy color that Barbara picked out. Looks absolutely amazing. Works perfectly in his bathroom. So Sam is going to create a half step for us to go into the back door into the laundry room. Right now it's too high. Yeah. Well.
So easy.
Oh, wow, look at that. Fabulous.
That's the profile.
Oh, wow,
on there.
you routed that.
Yep, this is on a slight angle.
Yeah.
So no water comes in. It was off about 3/4 of an inch from one side to the other underneath, so I made some shims for that.
Wow.
And then this piece will come right in. This piece will sit level.
Perfect. Look at that. Dynamite.
Okay.
And thanks to Sam, there's my second step. It looks fantastic, Sam.
Yeah. I don't have screws in it yet, and it's still
yeah, it's nice. Love it. Love it, love it. Is it just resting on the concrete or?
Just resting.
Okay, so take a look at this. This is the finished floor in the kitchen, and just take a look at this. I mean, it's unbelievable. We absolutely love the floor, and I got to tell you, Steve Cicero and his crew just did an outstanding job, and we couldn't be happier. Now this is the combination pantry and laundry room, and take a look at this, folks. I got to tell you, Steve Cicero and his crew are just amazing. Their work is meticulous, as I mentioned numerous times, and it's just a beautiful floor and beautiful workmanship. Absolutely love it. Now this is from the opposite direction, so we're still in the pantry and laundry room area, but I wanted to show you how the floor just flows so seamlessly and effortlessly into the kitchen and into that little bathroom. But look at this, folks. So Michael's Flooring, Steve Cicero and crew, thank you so much for just doing an outstanding job.
You're going to have lots of power in here.
Beautiful.
Outlets over here, outlets over there. It'll be nice for your working shop. So.
Fantastic.
They got a lot of modern technology here. No stapling my fingers.
No smashing of the fingers?
No. Yeah. Nice and straight and flat is how we like it. There we go. That's good.
Nice and neat.
Nice and neat. take a look, Cal. So see this? So downstream, kind of like your outlets, it's all going to be separated. Grounds and neutrals separated. So this is a ground. White outlets, tamper resistance. Even out here, believe it or not, code is childproof.
This is Cal taking a light fixture down.
Young man learning the trades.
Learning a trade.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, he likes sticking those things.
Yeah,
He really
know.
does, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, and JD, he was in his glory. I mean, he just really, really liked that. Is that right, JD?
Do what?
Yeah. I know what kind of light we're going to put up here.
I'm going to give you a plug-in style so that if you want to add a shop light, a 4-foot shop light or whatever, for whatever, you know, they got all sorts of lights. They got lights that expand. We're just going to screw up. It'll be nice. You're going to have lots of light. Keep it up high and out of the way.
Thank you though.
Easy does it with that thing.
Yeah. Still usable, right?
There we go. You feed me, would you? There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Easy does it. This one. These wire strippers here by Racketeers, very good Crocs. They have this V rip here, V cutter it's called. So it makes life nice and easy, so you don't have to worry about damaging the wire. There we go. Knob and tube.
Knob and tubing.
Which is, yeah, that's bad and it has to be replaced. We're pretty much.
That's just basically like a positive and a negative, isn't it? Or is it more than that?
It's just open. It's just open wires with a mineral insulation. My policy on it is, if you see it, don't touch it because it's got to be replaced. At a house we were working on, it had gas light. I mean, it still had some of the old gas when there was gas light. I'm like, that is pretty cool.
The real cool ones was the whale oil lamps.
That's going back before.
Now we're really talking, you know, antiquity here.
GFCI.
Yeah.
And then it's going to protect downstream over to here, right behind you. And then I'm going to give you another 20 amp circuit, which is going to go over here, and that's going to protect over this way. So you'll have two 20 amp circuits. So I'm thinking that's going to be good for you. You won't need any more than that. You can only do so much at one time anyway. So.
Well, this is another momentous day for us here at our 1905 cottage. We have a very famous artist. His name is Paul Herman, and he's going to be painting a mural on the south side of our shed. And this faces the park, so everyone who comes and frolics around and plays in the park is going to be able to see this. And I got to tell you right now, there's already a lot of interest in what Paul is going to do. I have no idea what Paul's going to do. Only Paul knows. So you know what? You got to stick around. You got to see what kind of a masterpiece that Paul Herman actually creates on our old shed. Obviously, we have autumn here, looking good, and he also has beginning to do something over here as well.
vocabulary where it belongs, right? Especially when
was-
you're
you gotta-
talking about what you do.
You got it right.
Yeah. Okay, well, great job. Make sure that you drive up there and take a look from a distance.
So this is our daughter Jennifer, and she's got these styling new sunglasses on. You know, very cool. And Paul, of course, Paul Herman, and they're still newlyweds. They've been married for about maybe 18 months, something like that. And I was saying earlier that you guys got married in Gibraltar, of all places.
Yeah.
And then you had befriended two Brits, or a bunch of Brits, who were part of your wedding party.
Yes, that's all true.
And the two ladies helped you, I guess they were, I don't know, your maid of honor? They helped you.
There are 20,000 Gibraltarians.
I love the mural. I love the mural.
Yeah, it looks good. I'll step aside so you can.
Share about this.
Well, Paul's masterpiece is completed. I absolutely love it. And I asked him, do you have a name for it? And he says, yeah, it's Noah's Ark's Gathering of the Animals, or the Gathering of the Animals from Noah's Ark. However you want to look at it, but I got to tell you something, it is absolutely spectacular, and we're going to get a lot of notoriety from just having it here, and already people are lined up wanting to buy paintings from Paul. So, so thank you again, Paul. You did a marvelous job, and we couldn't be more delighted. So this is what the mural looks like from afar. I'm about halfway distant in the park that is to the south of our house, and that's the side that actually is going to have a vantage point of the mural. And I love it because it just kind of blends in, but at the same time it seems like it's a whimsical part of it. Well, the day has finally arrived. Our pods are being delivered. Now, we are looking at November 22 at the moment, and our pods were originally loaded in Bonita Springs in the middle of May. And so they've been sitting in a Fort Myers container center all that time, and they're finally being delivered to our house now because we had to do a bunch of restoration before they arrived, primarily plumbing and electrical. So here's pod number one. It's a 16-footer, and it's going to be put into our neighbor's driveway, and then it's going to be followed by a second 16-footer, and then finally the third 8-footer is going to be parked in our driveway. Well, everyone, the very first pod is on its way, and it's about 12:30 on Saturday, and they claim that's the largest pod they have, which is 16 feet long by 8 foot by 8 foot, something like that. And eventually, by the end of the day, we'll have two of them in our driveway. And they say it will take a 3-room house. I don't believe it, so we'll see how many pods we have to order. Here we go. Coming in for landing. Pretty soon it will be holding all of our worldly goods. Ay, ay, ay. Who thought of this? Okay, here are the two greatest pod putter-togethers ever that I've ever met in my life. And plus, they're just wonderful people. This is Alice on the right, and this is Marianne on the left. And they are the greatest human beings ever. And look what they've done. They put probably about a good half or 3/4 of our house in this 16-foot pod, and there's still room left over. Okay, you guys say hello.
Bye.
Now say goodbye.
Bye. Good luck.
Thank you. These guys are the best. And not only did they do a phenomenal job, but we've now become really, really close friends. And they promised to email me and send me the communications occasionally. I'm kind of holding my breath on that, but I think they will. But they are just absolutely amazing. If you want anything done that requires muscle, they have it, and believe me. So we love these people. So
Love you back.
okay, well that's the heavy one that has all my tools in it, and my worst fear was that lights would go blinking on and off, and sirens would sound saying that I was over the 4,500 pound limit, but by God, look at that. No problem. Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, I hope they can lift that thing. There goes my Jamaican friend. He just told me how to mix my tuna, which is really the cactus that we have growing on our side yard, together with the coconut water from the coconuts that we have in our tree. And aside from all kinds of health advantages, you are also very virile. My Jamaican pod friend is showing us how to open up a coconut, get the coconut milk off.
Hey, what are we doing?
You're gonna have some coconut water.
I don't want the water, I want the coconut.
Jelly, let me see if jelly is in
And they squirt out like that. That's a lot of pressure on it.
Jelly.
a little bit. Getting dry like that.
Really?
See, I could taste the coconut.
Fleshy. Taste.
Is that better?
A little more ashy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But how do you cut this all off to get to the coconut?
Alright, let me try this much more, you know,
Yeah?
like more medicine.
All right, cut that one out.
All right.
Chop it because you guys can't
The boss wants that cut up.
finish this one. See if I can. Yep. All right. Life is good.
Now, did you do this on the beach in Jamaica and for all the tourists and the blonde women with bikinis on and all that stuff?
I do it in Captiva.
In
Oh, you
Captiva?
I used to work in Captiva.
Oh, really?
The beach and the pool.
Is that your knife?
No, it's my knife. It's a boning knife. I just sharpened it.
Yeah, watch your hands.
You got to be careful. It will cut you.
They do it really. Whoa!
Wow, look at that.
Wow!
Whoa.
All right.
Tell him he's hitting the tree. Well, there goes a tree branch, but as long as he doesn't hit the electrical. You got that power line, you know. There goes another tree.
You better take the other tree down.
It's really tight quarters here, and it's difficult to maneuver that thing without hitting tree branches and what have you. All right, now I think he's got it. You can try to push it over so you can have both of the pods parallel to one another. There he goes. Okay, pod number 2 is safely in our neighbor's driveway, and he's now maneuvering Podzilla back to this flatbed here, and you can see him coming down the road right now. And then number 3, which is a smaller pod, it's about half the size, it's an 8-footer, will be the next one, and that'll be delivered into our driveway. And thankfully, all of our pods from Florida are going to be here in Forest Lawn. Well, this is day 2 of our pod move. Yesterday, all 3 of these pods that you see behind us arrived about mid-morning, and there are 2 16-footers and 1 8-footer, and it took a while for these guys to negotiate the narrow street to come down into our location. But you know what? We did extremely well yesterday. We had a bunch of people as helpers, friends, and relatives, and so on, and we were able to empty about 75–80% of all the stuff that's in these 3 pods. So we only have about maybe 4 or 5 feet deep left on the 16-footer. But we're going to wait to bring those in. I'll tell you why. Because the inside of our house right now is chaotic. There are boxes piled on top of boxes, piled on top of boxes, and we don't even know where to begin. So today, in about 15 minutes, those volunteers that we had yesterday are showing up again today. And what we're going to do now, the plan is to just put the boxes in the room that is designated for that particular item. Right now they're just piled into the main room. So that's the first thing that's going to happen. Secondly, to add to the chaos, we have Scott Guilfoyle, our plumber, and his helper, Marvelous Marvin, showing up. And they're going to be ripping up the kitchen countertop and the kitchen sink and cutting off the water. Why, you ask? Well, because the new countertop is showing up 2 days from now. So today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then the countertop people show up on Friday. So we're going to be without water starting in about, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes for the next 2 days. Thank God we're not having Thanksgiving at our house. Our daughter volunteered to do that, so it won't be that bad. I just told Barbara, listen, we'll just bring the hose in from outside. What's the big deal? We got a bucket. She didn't think it was that funny. Coming up in episode 7, Scott Guilfoyle, our plumber, will be taking out our old kitchen sink, along with ripping out the old countertops. Why? Well, we have new countertops coming in literally 2 days. And Scott will also be replacing that old water heater that we have in a closet where you can't even close the door with a brand new one, and we can't wait for that. And then we have Shane from McGee Electric, who is going to be installing new exterior lamps on my shed, which I can't wait for that. And speaking of the shed, I'm going to be insulating it and paneling it. And the last thing that's going to be happening is I'm going to be ripping out the old pantry cupboards and replacing with a whole new wall of pretty styling cupboards that's going to give Barb a whole lot more storage. So that plus many more things are coming your way. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. And we can't wait to see you next week.